Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. When I was a little, I wrote on a desk that I wanted to go to Japan to study there, and still on the desk. Hello everyone, my name is Zaniar Salsabila Nurfauzan, 11th grade from Senior High School 1, Sukabumi. First of all, I'd like to thank to the Almighty Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, the Lord of the world and the Master of judgment. And also let us say salawat and greeting to our Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, which has brought us to always be on the right path. And last but not least, I'd like to thank to Bonapasogit Mengajar and bimbelgratis.id for giving me very special opportunity to join this contest. Ladies and gentlemen, today I'd like to deliver my speech about elevating youth voice to improve the quality of education system in Indonesia. As we know, education plays the important role for the progress of a nation. See, I believe that a developed nation is a nation that prioritizes education. But let's start with what is education is and how is the quality of education system in Indonesia. Education. Education is a profession to pursue everything that has been targeted by a person in his life. So without education, then logically, everything that he dreams of will be very difficult to be realized. For information about myself, I often talk or argue with my parents about education system in Indonesia. And I think education system in this country has many defects. There are so many famous figures from Indonesia like Deddy Corbuzier and Nadiem Makarim have criticized the effectiveness of education system in Indonesia. Ladies and gentlemen, the thing that is valued in school is high scores. Am I right? But the fact is, high scores at school do not guarantee that we will be ready to live life. For example, Albert Einstein and Steven Wilbert. The second problem is, school only teach you what, but not why. Have you ever heard that sentence? Because I've heard it like several times and I kinda agree with that. The point is, at school, we learn many subjects like math, chemistry, physics, language, and etc. We know what we learn, but do we know why? Why we learn that in school? Many of us want to know why we learn all of that and what are the benefits for our life. School doesn't teach us how to use our money, how to pay the bill and taxes. They don't teach us anything about the outside world. Instead about history and science. The teacher never explains why. Because I don't think a doctor and a businessman needs a geography. An artist, an athletic need math. No, they're not. They judge a student will be successful if he has a high scores. They only judge a student by the number written on the paper without seeing their interest and their talent. Albert Einstein once said, "Everybody is a genius. But if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will live its whole life believing. And that is stupid." Dear audiences, there must be pros and cons in my sentence, but what I'm trying to say, education system in Indonesia kills someone's talents just because they value high scores that exist. We need to change the teacher mindset, the parents mindset, our mindset. Okay, let's compare it with the education system in Japan. In Japan, the subjects are less than in Indonesia. As we experience, many subjects are indeed a problem for students. A lot of time is spent only for studying. In Japan, the student can spend more time exploring their talent. As I explained earlier, the value high scores is not everything. Jerome Powell also once said that reducing school hours might be an effective way for students to develop their interests and their talents outside of school. Dear audiences, the last reason why school system should be upgraded is School isn't even about learning. It's about getting a good grade. When you get a test, passing is your number one goal, right? So the week before you get a test, you study really hard. And on the day of the test, you face it. And once you face it, that task, you most likely will forget about it. You see, grade is just a whole big competition to see who can get the honor roll for your friends. And sometimes you're cheating to pass your test. So did you learn anything besides you got a perfect grade? I don't think so. School these days are all about passing, not learning. The world has progressed, and now we need people who think creatively, innovatively, critically, and independently with the ability to connect. We have to work together to improve the quality of the education to be better. Because education provides the most universal key to a new world and better life. I don't have much faith in school, but I do have faith in people. And if we can customize cars, profile picture Instagram and Facebook, then it is our duty to do the same for education, to upgrade and change and do away with school spirit, because that is useless. Unless we're working together to bring the spirit out of each and every student. That should be our task. I know it sounds like a dream, but countries like Japan are doing impressive things. So, as a young generation, we should improve our skill at our subject. We need to improve ourselves on technology. This competition is even from the internet, so it's impossible without knowing technology we can join this contest. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all for my speech. Students are 20% of our population, but 100% of our future. Prince AA. Thank you for your attention, and don't forget to support me by like and comment in this video, everyone. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.